Hi guys, have another commission showcase video here today. This time it's for MiniWarGaming. I have Lord Celestant on Star Drake with a magnetised weapon. I have an Orc Warboss, and I have Black Legion Chaos Lord on bike with a Lightning Claw. I have a Lord Inquisitor for Jokero Weaponsmiths. I have a Bombard tank. I have a quad mortar, I think it is, for the Solar Auxilia. It's like the 30k Imperial Guard, and then I have 17 Last Gunners. Right, so first off I have the Orc Warboss. It's always fun to paint orcs. He's metal, so it was nice to paint. Then I have this absolute beast. This was both a joy and a pain to paint because you can almost see his pupil there. It's not focusing enough. I airbrushed the wings, I airbrushed the main colours down, it was all fine. The main problem was trying to paint the actual rider, the Lord Celestant, because you glue him all together and onto this kind of U-shaped saddle, and then you glue the U-shaped saddle on, and normally when I'm painting anything I glue it all together and paint it all together, so it's the first time I've kind of had to do sub-assembly for a model. That wasn't the pain of painting the model. The pain of painting the model was trying to get the model to glue on without the glue going everywhere and destroying the paint job on the rest of the model. But when this model originally came out, I was kind of looking at it going, is it really that nice? Because in the pictures in the White Dwarf that were leaked online, it just looked so blocky and kind of angular with the way the wings were posed in it. But I think it might have just been the way that the picture was taken for the White Dwarf, because I think the model itself is actually quite cool. I really like it. He'd make a great Chaos Dragon, I think. And then you have the Thunderhammer of Sigmar. So that's the AOS part of the commission. I have Chaos Lord on the bike with the Lightning Claw. I didn't want the Lightning Claw to kind of be glowing. I wanted it to look like the power was only starting to emit from the knuckle area. Wee bit of battle damage over here on his leg. You can see he has a kill counter, so he's got 5 kills marked on his leg, and he's another couple marked on there. It's just something different to try and spice it up without him looking too plain with just battle damage and stuff on him. I only put scratches on his armour, I didn't go too mad with it. I'm only going to show you one of these weaponsmiths because I painted them all the exact same. I had to redo them at one stage because I washed them brown. I don't know why this isn't focusing. Let's see. There we go. It's a wee bit better. I had them painted like a tannish brown colour, and I went and put the wash on and the colour wasn't fully dry and the wash just spread everywhere, so I had to paint them again, and because I was painting them all at once I messed a whole lot up. This is the Lord Inquisitor guy. First time I tried painting a sword like that, it was quite a learning experience, I must say. I was trying to use the wet palette for it and I wasn't letting it dry enough, and the colours weren't blending the way I wanted them to blend, and yeah, it just wasn't a fun time. For the tanks, I threw on a bit of the base material onto the tracks, as if, you know, the tracks are actually going through stuff instead of just sitting still and not moving at all. This is a really cool model, I think. It's just, your man looks so small sitting there in his little fancy chair with his massive guns. You can see his little computer there. This is like his ammo porter kind of guy. He's dragging around the case of shells for him, pointing out targets. He uses his last rifle shouldered. Now I'm just going to move the camera and zoom in on the last gunners. I'm not going to pick every single one up and show you, because that would be quite raw. So you can see there, let's move the camera over. There you go. There was like when MiniWarGaming sent me the stuff, they were on the Forge World Resin Blocks, and there was this thing had obviously broken off from somewhere. It's like I'll zoom out. It's like some kind of emblem or something, or like a banner icon. So I stuck it on this guy's shoulder. He kind of ended up being like the squad leader kind of guy, because he's no helmet and he's pointing and he has the icon. The models themselves are deadly. He has his helmet raised up. If I was to paint these myself for my own army, because MiniWarGaming had a scheme that they wanted for them, I would most definitely be painting them to look like they're like weathered guys coming out of sea from Bioshock, if anyone's played the game. I think it's splicers, and kind of have some of them like the big daddies and the armor suits and all. But that's the last gunners. And finally, this absolute beast, the bombard cannon. This still moves, which is nice. Not great instructions on this, being a Forge World kit. There was like a thing for missing parts in it, like a leaflet thing, and it said that it was signed for in March 2016. So it's like over a year sitting in its Forge World bag. And some of the resin bits were like, the only downfall of working with Forge World is some of the bits can be either like warped, or there's a bit of work needed, but it wasn't too bad in this. The only problem I had was the little lip in here. I noticed that there was a big chunk of flash there that shouldn't be, and there was a few things I thought was pieces of the model turned out to be actual flash. So once I got them trimmed off, it was fine. The only thing that annoyed me about it was they sent, it must be like a Lehman Russ chassis that this is on, and you add the bombard pieces onto it, and it doesn't rotate or anything. It's a solid piece, but they give you all like the cannons and the flamers and the side sponsons, and I didn't get to use them or paint them, so I was a little bit upset about that. But that was the only downfall. But I'm gonna have to call it for this one, guys. That is this commission showcase video. I hope, sorry guys, the camera filled up there. If you like the paint jobs, let me know in the comments. If you don't like them, let me know. Feedback is good. If you haven't, please subscribe, like the video, share it if you can, it'll help out. There will be a link in the description below to pictures I've taken with this army, so you can see them up close, and instead of me just fumbling them in front of you. And that's it. So cheers for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more videos.